The episode opens with Jock asking his son if he has rubbers for Carly Red's daughter since he's flirting. That's where we gonna start? With a fart? That son needs to be more worried about waist trainers than rubbers. Because he's carrying low and in front, but he said he got 3 boxes. Well, good. Don't end up like your pappy. Why he got a hair-on lean in his confessional? He just talking so slow and going like this. Ooh. Oh, goodness, you're boring us with Jock trying to parent a 20-year-old. Across the compound, Sierra's hosting a ladies' spa day. So Bambi's feeling really unappreciated. Well, then why'd you marry Scrappy? You thought he was going to appreciate you? I think a lot of things about him, but I wouldn't think that. And the next day, we got Scrappy whining about the nature walk. I'm seeing all this stuff I've never seen before. Yes, it's called getting out of the house. That's what happens when you're not in a club, a studio, or a hookah lounge. You see different stuff. Oh my goodness, Ray J, you're gonna call a pig a dinosaur? Pigs are mammals. No. Back with Sierra, she tells Carly she's so glad they put their bullcrap aside. Girl, you know that was a squabble for the show because you're both manless wonders, so you needed something to squawk about. Birds of a feather flocking together. Oh, wait, Paris and April have an issue now? We 3 episodes in and just finding out? Well, you know, we had to have April's hot in the puss plot first. Now she gonna get around to Paris. So they cut to them squabbling at the reunion and April says, what were we really fighting about? We're here and Bobby Lights isn't, so we're gonna celebrate that. Okay, now we having this touching moment where Sierra's talking about what a good mom Carly Red is, but when? When she was being raised by her grandmother thinking Carly was her sister, then? Sierra's like, oh yeah, we'll be doing something and Carly will have to take a call from her daughter, her grown daughter? You one of them late in life mamas. You know, now you got a little bit of time to pick up the phone for her. Cause Sierra, you ain't been on the show but for 2 years. Child, the daughter said everything I said. Carly Red is oblivious to the fact that she has better relationships with her friends than her child. You needed a mama, but you got a sister. This is so disjointed. So then we have some half-butt Carly Red's daughter breaks down scene, and Carly kind of says, oh, I get how she feels, but I tried to give her a better life. Y'all, if you gonna actually yawnlet, then yawnlet, but stop playing with it. Who produced this? Because this is piss poor. It went from feel good to disjointed. I need some cohesion. Because right now, I'd rather look at a lesion. But across the compound, Ray J begins regaling the men about how Princess Love sent him to his room. And you know what? With someone as immature as you, that's what you do. Back with the ladies, Bam is talking about what life in quarantine was like with Scrappy. And I have sympathy for her. I couldn't imagine being locked up with that. Now we got Mendices bringing up Erica Dixon's presence, and Scrappy said, I don't care what production pulls, I ain't talking to the heifer. Stop trying to force it. Bambi says it's affecting E-Money, but I feel like sometimes people don't need to speak anymore. Sometimes that also needs to be shown that it's okay to walk away, to stop hurting yourself, to stop putting yourself through. That's something E-Money needs to know too. Now we got Trick whining about Joy leaving him. Joy ain't gonna leave because she's waiting for you to die to get your masters. Not in a Black Widow way, she done earned it. Now we get to teeny little Fizzle Pop's love life. He said, well, I'm about single right now. Child, you been single. You eating Dr. Dre's doggy bag food. So now he says, I don't befriend exes. He done got his little plot line out of it, as did she, and now they moving on. Let's not make it more than what it was. So now as April and Paris get a massage, they gonna patch up their non-relationship. I guess since April's sick of hanging around Fizz for his storyline, she's gonna pal it up with Paris. Ooh, girl, this is boring. And so the episode ends with sadly one of Jock's friends passing, and then we have the moving Black Lives Matter moment. But this is, not what we tuned in for. I thought we was gonna get some fun, some laughter, some lightheartedness. This was a heavy episode. I can't believe I'm saying this, but thank God Basketball Wives is coming on tonight. Well, let's get back to when the world was a little bit more fun with episode 6 of Lovin' Hip Hop New York. Let's get on the Double Dutch bus and pay our fare, 'cause you know Mama Jones will be there. So we open the episode with Jim looking at Audis, even though he's going to get put Audi his house. And it's going to tick Chrissy off coming home with the new car without telling her. She don't make dime to first in that household, not dime to first. Now, I ain't telling you nothing if I'm the only one bringing in coin, because that's my business. Now, if we equal and something's affecting the mortgage, that's one thing. But if you up here living off the fat head of the land, I wouldn't say nothing. I would assume you could afford it. You make $25,000 a show, right? Oh, he said, I'ma just leave it in front of the house and say it's her car. So while Jim's getting a car, unbeknownst to Chrissy, Chrissy and her mole are having lunch with Emily and Tierra, talking about her run-in with Kimbella, how she had on flats and was ready to fight. Chrissy, you're laughing about it because you think you're going to get married, but you're not. So Chrissy says, yeah, we didn't fight. I'd rather laugh with you than argue with you. You didn't say that at the meeting, and you didn't apologize. Neither did your mole, who normally is your better angel. Emily, you gonna say you're uncomfortable with the slutty vibe that Kimbella's giving off? Well, I'm uncomfortable with the doormat vibe you give off. You gonna call her a slutty being. I'd rather be a slutty being than linked to a loser. So Tierra gonna pipe up and say, I think Kimbella needs a little guidance. What are you gonna show her, how to tank your career? Then again, Kimbella doesn't have one to tank. So later that day, Jim comes home with the car. Jim is like, hold up, how you giving me the third degree? You buying $6,000 shoes, couple pair. That's the down payment on this joker. So what you talking about? I let you spend your coin. So Jimmy says, you know what, Chrissy, you're right. And she says, are you just trying to get rid of me? He said, yes. I thought you was going to give her the car. I mean, Chrissy, you really don't have a leg to stand on because after all, you weren't a lady millionaire then and you aren't now. You're the lady of foreclosure. Foreclo. Now we got Chrissy saying she a slave for fashion, for real? With them basic little deb tops you got on in your confessional? That come see about me hair? That cheap bun you had on last episode? You're a slave to fashion. Okay. So she gonna help him with his little clothing line, and that's why it ain't go nowhere. Girl, he gave you this little clothing line project to get out his hair and to get out of the house, so he can cheat in peace. Later that night, Yandy meets with Erica Mena. Skank-a-dank-dank-dank. So this is when Erica was making the transition from modeling to singing. This is when she was trying to transition into DJ Envy's mistress. And so this is when the bottom fell out of the video girl business. This is the beginning of the Instagram thought. So she already dogging Kimbella. There's no competition there. All that bronzer she puts on isn't shine. And all the baby oil you put on isn't shine either. I love how Yandy said, well, Erica, I love your attitude. If you've got the talent to match your bravado, we can rock out. And that's how she ends up with Rich Dollars. Because he loves a talentless artist. Now Olivia and Tierra are meeting up talking about Emily back with Fab. But Olivia, who are you with? You don't have a man or a label. I'd be worrying about that. Tierra, same thing. And here we are a decade later, and nothing has changed for either of you. I heard Olivia did find marriage. She didn't find a label, but she found a man. So Olivia is saying, ooh, we gotta sit Emily down and really be her friend and tell her what she wanted, what she need. Well, will someone do that with you in this music career? So now we looking at the samples for these little jackets Chrissy didn't come up with, and she getting the big head. They aight. So now Chrissy and her mole want to be part of the business on paper. So Jimmy's like, well, you know I have other business partners, so we just can't jump into a partnership right away. Chrissy, you are overreacting. He didn't say you didn't have a right to ask. He said, I have to talk with my business partner. Because you inserting yourself on paper is a different bag. And if you really want to have decision-making power and tax liability, we've got to talk. Oh, goodness, a Chrissy family scene where she gonna say, I don't know how long I can stay with Jimmy. I'll tell you, another 12 years, still unmarried. Your Aunt Cookie's the epitome of class? Shame it didn't rub off. All right, now we got Yandy meeting with pre-diabetic dollars. And he's complaining about Olivia and her lack of option. I'm sick of them saying, well, nobody knows Olivia. People want to get to know her. We don't. Child, they keep saying she can do this, she can do that, she should be a big star. She's just not likable. Cardi B showed us it's that intrinsic likability that will carry you far. Oh God, now Chrissy and Ramon trying to get Jim to talk to her uncle with some type of home remedy therapy, a lot of anecdotal evidence. I'm sorry, if you really gonna try to patch Jim Jones up, you need to start with a ward. Not an uncle, a ward. Oh, Olivia and her cousin, let's hope her cousin tells her your future's at Foot Locker, babe. Olivia, your mama just saw the future for you in music. She knew your voice wasn't that special. That's why she said she wished you did something other than music, because she saw the fall of your career coming a mile away. Girl, you out here 30 whining about your mama. You gotta work that crap out in your 20s. Don't nobody care now, you too grown. Oh. So Olivia's gonna write a song about her generational pain plotline. Oh God, now we gotta listen to Jimmy talk to the uncle. We don't care. We know you don't get married within the next 12 years. We don't care. Chrissy's mole may care, but we don't. I had to fast forward through that. So now we have another Kimbella beatdown. Kimbella, Erica Mena, and Yandy get together at Liberty Park in Jersey, which is so funny because I used to work a corporate job and that's where we would have like our annual field day. And when I got out there, I was like, oh my goodness, this is hallowed ground. Kimbella got her butt beat right on this grass. Erica kicked her ass. It was touching. It was touching. Also, that place has great food. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not Yandy. It's Tierra Marie. And Tierra is telling Kimbella to tone her hoedown. Oh my goodness. She tells her she is overtly sexy. Ain't nothing sexy about Kimbella. Nothing. I mean, when I look at her, I just think of cheap dye, spandex, and Newports. Okay, so Yandy brings Erica Mena. So Erica says, oh, Kimbella, I know you. And the way she said it, I feel like they do know each other. I think they were both escorts with the same madam, and they probably did double goddess work together. That's why Erica's so mad at her, because I could see Kimbella running off with all the money while Erica was still packing her hoe bag. You're here, and I'm here. Erica, how did you get up here? And here's the thing, your baby daddy won't even come on camera with you. At least her man claimed her. I've done real modeling. What have you done? You're driving down the prices. No, Erica, what you have doesn't have that much value. That's the truth. You're a dime a dozen. I don't consider what you do modeling. Well, what do you do that's such high fashion as you try to transition into caterwauling? It's sad that Luann de Lesseps is more on key than you'll ever be. Now, Erica, you want to talk about 101 ways to bend over, but you bent over for knee J Envy, a married man. But you want to talk about groupies. Then what are you? And you slept with diabetic dollars? Girl, please. Erica gonna say you got somebody with a little money to lock you up. Well, why are you so proud of bagging a deadbeat and pulling a conceive and leave? Is that better? I mean, at least her child's taken care of. At least she's never had to get out here and beg for child support. At least she didn't have to get on a show and show her cervix for a quarter. She did this just because she's stupid, not because she was poor. You did it because you were poor. So Kimbella throws the first glass as Erica says, you're messing up my money doing stuff for free. Well, the thing, you're not worth $1,500. You never were. Okay, so Erica grabs Kimbella's hair. Kimbella's got on wedges and pushes Erica down in the chair. Okay, now we got production trying to separate them. This is a skirmish ending in a long hair pull, reminiscent of Portia versus Kenya. Kimbella is on the ground. They both won't let go of each other's scalp, but I think that Kimbella's winning. Ooh, I know Erica gonna be tender-headed tomorrow morning. Yeah, Kimbella was able to protect that face. Let her go, let her go, let her go. No, hold on. Erica looks like she is in pain. Are your ears okay? Are you sure? Oh! Oh, she messed up her eye. She got a big cut. Kimbella 1, Erica 0. Then again, she is a 0. Now, Kimbella, I wish you had kept this energy for Chrissy and her mole. But I will say this, at least you learned how to bob and weave and grab that head. Oh, her face got scratched up. This wasn't just a skirmish, it was a baby brawl. So now everybody's scattering because Erica's calling to Popo. The ambulance is showing up. And girl, that was the episode. They knew how to do it back then. They can't give us nothing now.